Hi friends, I'm here to do another pick a card reading. This time it's going to be love, if you can't tell. And with this reading, the goal is to find out who your next person is if you're looking for love. So this is going to be for singles or people that are simply looking for love, whatever your situation is. I'm going to also be including crystals. So it's going to be a crystal in the universe healing card, crystal cards. So without further ado, this is pile 1, this is pile 2, and pile 3, of course. So for pile 1, let's move these guys out of the way for now. Let's find out. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner that you seek. Okay. And so right off the bat, of course, I'm sure people are going to be saying, oh, you know, I haven't met anybody, I don't know anybody. But really, Spirit knows more than we do. And let's get a little bit of additional information. So you already know this person. I feel like this person kind of reveres you, but you think that they're not your type. Look at the way she's a little bit pulling back. She's not quite engaging with him. This person is all about you, and you're kind of like, I don't know. A little bit like this person isn't my type. They're too nerdy. They're not attractive enough, whatever the case may be. Or they're not my usual type. I dumped some candle wax on this a while ago, and I never fully recovered it. Anyways, so I think that just give it a little bit of time and be open-minded. You know, we can't necessarily just pin down, okay, this is my person, and shut off all other avenues, especially if you've been looking for love for a while and nothing seems to be popping up with the correct person for you or matching energies. I think that you definitely hold yourself in high esteem, pile number 1. And you don't want any shenanigans, but I'm going to tell you this person's really stable. They could be really methodical, a little bit slow with their words, and perhaps that's why you're kind of like, they're not my type. But I think that if you give them a little bit more confidence, a little bit of attention, they are definitely going to be the type that they will surprise you. They're in it for the long haul, the long run, okay? What else do we need to know? So show me what I need to see about this could be the one, please. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And that's what we were just talking about a second ago. So make sure that, you know, if you're into meditation or prayer or whatever, that you're doing your offerings, if that's what you want to call it, offering up prayer, offering up meditation, whatever the case may be. With full optimism and just knowing that it's what is yours will come to you. You don't have to chase anything down, okay? And try to stay a little bit more open to energy, because I think that, well, obviously I just, you know, the cards tell us right there that you're going to poo-poo the idea. Now, I have these little crystals that I wrote some additional information on, and I hope that I don't mess up your ears with this. So if you're using ear pods, headphones, whatever, be careful. But I'd like a little bit more information about this for pile number 1, please. I'm going to throw them here. Zen, okay? So you've got the Zen side of the dice. You've got the number 4, which stands for stability. And this one came sideways, okay? So we have here telepathic communication, and we have here nothing, which means that someone is on the self-protective side of things. They could be shrouding themselves, covering themselves up, and it could really lead to a situation where basically we don't know, I guess, kind of like what's going on. You're not really open or receiving. You're not on the receiving point. So I feel like there could be some telepathic communication. Zen is to get really into that sweet spot of you feeling at one with spirit, feeling comfortable. That's going to be really, really important for you to really release and open up energies. I'm feeling blockages. I'm feeling like everything's super tight energetically within you. Things are not flowing right now. So I'd like to get a little bit more And I hope you guys don't get scared. These are, this is my zombie deck, okay? So we're going to read from the zombie deck because they're super clarifying. What is pile number 1 about this person that's coming towards them? What do they need to know about this person, please? Pile number 1. Okay, so this person has suffered a lot. They've undergone a lot of trials and tribulations. Also, I feel like maybe they could have witnessed something that was like sad to you, or been like, and this is only for a few choice people, but perhaps you had a funeral and somebody went to the funeral with you and they witnessed your sadness, and they were not necessarily spying, but just kind of watching you undergo things like that. So that's for another person. But for others of you, it's going to be that this person has undergone a lot of changes with the number 5, a lot of fluctuations, a lot of pain in their own personal history, and then witnessing vibrationally. They feel like they're really close to you emotionally, and they wish that you would see them, but you're totally not seeing them. Okay, that's one message. What else do we need to know about this future love for pile number 1, please? Pile number 1. Let's find out. Okay. Oh my goodness. So you got 2 cards right here. I'm going to tell you, okay, the High Priestess is always my top favorite in almost any deck. Now, I'm going to say, look, this one is sitting on top of a skeletal head as well. So again, there could be a reference to you kind of thinking about old ways, things that have passed away, things have died, or even people that have passed away, and you're trying to get into your Zen, just like the dice said. You're trying to find your stability, and right now you're not super stable. You get stable at times, but I'm gonna tell you that with the Zen card here, this is another nod to, like, some of you guys are really gonna benefit from doing yoga, from meditation. That's gonna really help you. Also being by water, getting in touch with your intuition. Some of you guys get a lot of messages and feel hypnotized when you look at fire, like bonfires and things like that, and I totally relate. But number 2, that's going to really, I mean, you know, excuse me, with the number 4, that's all about stability. And then the number 2 right now, you're looking after your personal power. You're not willing to give that up. You're connecting with your subconscious, and that's really, really good. Trust your intuition, your gut instinct. If you think, oh, well, it's this person, I don't even like them, I grew up with them, or there's no way I could be romantically attracted to them, but I know that they like me, that kind of a thing, that's your person. Okay, so be a little bit more open-minded and trust that gut, because your intuition is right on the money. Next thing I want to tell you for pile number 1 is that we have the number 14 that reduces to a 5. A lot of changes and fluctuations. Your advice is to have balance. Don't swing one way or the other. For some of you, this is definitely talking about, you know, taking the V, and I don't want to get into all that during this reading, but this is do I, don't I? Or maybe one of you did and one of you did not, and you have opposite views, and they're really strong points of view. Some of you guys are into science, and I heard therapy. Some of you guys are into therapy, or your therapist yourself, or your counselors, anything like that could really apply. Or your significant other could be a counselor. So, okay, more messages. Oh, look, the jump card, and it happens to be the High Priestess again. So this is confirming what we talked about just a moment ago. But also the High Priestess right here, it's like, okay, I'm following my intuition. No, I'm not. I'm following my intuition. No, I'm not. So I think you oscillate between knowing and getting your own messages and not, and just being a little bit confused at times. So it's really important to kind of access that third eye and get your messages from the divine yourself, so that you could be in balance as well. And don't necessarily look with your eyes. Actually, that's what I'm being told. Don't look with your eyes, look with your third eye and with your heart, because people that stick around, oh my goodness, you can't make this up, look. People that stick around with you are really valuable. I'm having a problem speaking, and so I'm gonna say that even your throat chakra could be a little bit blocked, like you don't really speak your truth quite a bit, or you need to speak more of it. Now, the next card that just spontaneously flipped out, if you notice, is a reference to your next love, and this person is you know, male, female, this is not gender specific, but your next person is somebody who really reveres you, but they're also very earthy. So they could be an earth sign, they could be like Taurus, Capricorn, anything like that. But I feel like this person, you've known them from the past. Six of Cups, somebody that you grew up with, went to school with, somebody who is really loyal to you. You watch their stages of, they watch your stages of growth, and now you're a little bit older and wiser type thing, but they're loyal. I feel like they do dream about you quite a bit, and I know you're not impressed. I can't change what we're getting here. But there could be some nebulous thinking on their part because they're not really sure how to get close to you. It's like they've always had a feeling for you. I always felt like this connection was special, that you are definitely special, but they don't really know how to bring that to fruition on the earthly plane, okay? Some of you guys could have a connection to singing bowls and things like that, which I love. So what else do we need to know for pile number one? Pile number one. About your potential person, about your person here, if you let them in. Three of Wands. Look, there's waiting. There's going to be a little bit of a waiting time. This is a whole different deck, of course. Excuse me. And so this is about, like, look, these three skulls right here, they are absolutely blooming, and it takes a while to get anything to bloom. This vulture, presumably, or bird, is holding in its beak a book. So I feel like you've got some history, you've written some chapters with this person, whether it's like school chapters, or you had a school project together, or a collaboration that you had to do. Anything like that would fit what I'm feeling, basically. But it's going to take a little bit of time, a little bit of waiting, and definitely a little bit of open-mindedness. I feel like some things need to die out, like your perception of what it is that you want, who you want. Is it like really super important that the person physically matches exactly what you want or think you want, or is it more important that the person supports you vibrationally? They're exactly, excuse me, a match for you. So that's going to be really important for you to kind of put to bed, to put to rest. I'm getting that you need to kind of bury those ideas and allow for new blooms to come through. Keep in mind that, you know, what the world has taught us, what Disney taught us, what TV has taught us, movie stars and movies in general is not real life. And perhaps what we have seen emulated by our family and things like that, that was handed down from them, from their ancestors and so on and so forth, generationally, isn't necessarily the correct thing for us. And so maybe I feel like there's going to be a really big transcendence, a big overhaul, and that's why you need to keep your balance. Okay, I'm definitely getting a lot of energy on the top of the left side of my head is definitely follow your intuition, because what you've seen emulated before isn't necessarily what is going to be correct for you, or what's going to be the most satisfying and help you feel stable and rooted and frankly just loved. So allow for some old ideas to be buried and for new things to grow before this can come for you. And we hate hearing that, but the reason why I say that is if things come for you right now, I feel like you're not going to be totally ready, because you're like, yeah, I don't want him, I don't want her, I don't want that, they're too nerdy, or they're kind of boring, or they're not my kind of person, I need somebody who's flashier, you know. So there's going to be a little kind of instant whiplash or knee-jerk reaction to it. But if you allow some of the ideas in your Zen moments, that's going to get you stable, okay? The four corners of stability, of self-mastery. And then I feel like you can have a telepathic connection to this person if you open yourself to it. Okay, so this is provided something that you want, that you're willing to allow happen. But that is going to be the best case scenario for you, to allowing the best love to come towards you. Now, let's do it on the flip side. If you allow a scallywag, what I call a scallywag, to come for you. So pretty much this is anything vibrationally that matches you right now, okay? I feel like we all need to do some inner work, just so you know, to continually do inner work to evolve. So if you start dating anyone that's in your realm right now, that's in your DMs, that's currently on the texting level with you, or even dating, that you've been dating. What's that going to look like? Ten of Swords, yeah, I'm feeling it. So anybody that you're involved with right now is just going to be more of the same. You're going to feel like you're going to be giving way too much, okay? Like spilling your guts. And they're going to want more. Take, take, take. And it's almost like a ravenous hunger here. So it's a level 10. When you reduce it, it goes back to a 1, which means that then you can have your clarity once again. But I don't think that whoever you're dating right now or thinking about right now is going to be the right person for you. And I know a lot of you are not going to hear that, and I hope you don't hate on that, but please know that I come from wanting the best for you. And that sometimes means just telling you exactly what I see, not telling you what we want to hear, including myself, what I want to hear. So I'm getting a feeling that you can even be choked or kind of oppressed. Or being led around the nose, that kind of a vibe, or you know, you spill your guts and everybody just continues taking from you. And so I just feel like these are takers on lower levels, not people that are really up to your caliber, not even close to your caliber, dear pile number 1. So that's what I have for you. I want to close it out actually with a little bit more about this future love, please. Embrace. Through each other, you find missing pieces. Now, I'm all about just being a complete, like the whole package thing. I feel like we don't need to look for our other half because that implies that we're not whole within ourselves. It's going to be really important to get whole within ourselves. And thereafter, look for someone else to really add to that, not to complete us. That's just another movie thing, is you complete me. Well, that's super romantic, but it leaves you up in the air looking for Mr. and Mrs. Perfect, and they don't exist. We're not perfect. So what else do we need to know for pile number 1? What do we need to heal? What's going on here? And I might need to look at the book. Oh, letting go of those perceptions. Look, positive and negative polarities, right? So really infusing these two together, and that's how we can see the sun, is just letting go of things that do not serve us, do not serve our purpose. Excuse me. Now, from the crystal, what else do we have here for pile number 1? Pile number 1, about this new person or anything we should know. Mars, the root chakra. It's funny because I kept thinking like carnelian. Interesting. Okay, I want you to be able to observe this gorgeous card. I love these cards. While I frankly look it up for you. So I definitely want to look this up because I don't want to tell you anything that isn't correct. I was definitely feeling carnelian. And who's not wearing their glasses to read out of a book, right? So it says, when it comes to the skill of taking action or the ability to move forward, it means you are unbeatable. You won't be able to watch and wait behind everything, as it is full of passionate energy. On the positive side, they're bold and brave, representing a reckless temperament of the warrior. And on the negative side, they can become lustful with power, instinctive and impatient. So it pertains to your root chakra, the chakra of stability. It performs the best when it comes to vitality, impetuous, and bravery. It helps you put your actions into practice and not only in your thoughts. So this is about getting grounded, getting centered, finding your zen. Okay, I think we should, I think we should pull another one because that is so pretty. So last message for my beautiful pile number 1. Amatrine, heart chakra, observe. This is so gorgeous. It's about harmony. as I throw my cards everywhere. Okay. And once again, looking through the book. Is no, okay, ametrine. It's not even ametrine. I'm going to go get my glasses. Aventurine. I probably pronounced that all wrong. Okay. It is known as the Stone of Foresight and embodies a combination of flexible thinking, intelligence, and emotion. It symbolizes empathy and patience. It builds inner strength, confidence, and self-belief. Thus, it is an advantageous effect on a leadership as it brought to harmony among people upon synchronization. So this is what we're talking about. Synchronicity. You already know the person that is meant for you. So it is the fourth chakra, and it helps to relieve mind and heart, makes one considerate of others, and improves communication skills. However, one may not be able to see the bigger picture when feeling pressured or unstable. So it's this is good to use as a bracelet or a pyramid in the gate or around the house if the water veins and land energy is strong. Interesting. So this would be a great bracelet for you to order. And sorry about my lack of vision here. Aventurine. Number 3. Number 3 is cooperation. We already saw the number 3. Cooperation, but also waiting. Okay, so you already know what you need to do. Much love to you. Let me know if this resonated with you by dropping a comment below, but please do like, comment, subscribe. I would really much appreciate your support. And with that, I will leave you. Thank you. Hi, pile number 2. So here we are looking for you. Let's get this out of the way once more. As far as the next person coming towards you, if you're looking for love. So soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. Okay, well, let's find out about this. We need a little bit more information, but at first I'm going to go ahead and start with my trusty little dice. And these guys might be loud. If you have ear pods or anything, I suggest you take them out or lower the volume. So for pile number 2, who is this next person in their love life? Looking at them, looking for them. Okay. So I have the little music icon, the little I'm shielding myself, and the up. Okay. So this is also, I'm shielding myself, but a telepathic connection as well. So it looks to me like music could be really important to your person. Also, when you do form a bond, I feel like you can actually intermittently, telepathically kind of like communicate to one another. And this would take practice. I feel like it's more a spontaneous thing, but definitely something to look forward to. It's super interesting. Now, I want to show you she is definitely all cloaked and taken care of. So I feel like this person's going to want to take care of you. They're totally into you. A lot of sexual chemistry. I think that you're going to only have eyes for each other, to be perfectly frank. I mean, honestly, even this concrete wall doesn't, or the bench, whatever, doesn't look like it would be very comfortable. But you guys don't even notice it, and you don't care, simply because it's time spent together. It's not about what you're sitting on, and I don't think you even notice what you're sitting on. So time kind of just doesn't mean much of a thing. Music is going to be very important to you. It could be important to your person. They could be a musician, or you could be a musician, or you could get lost in thought. Like, music just changes your mood, and it's a really big thing in your life. Going to concerts, live concerts, anything like that. So that could be a thing for you. I'm going to go ahead and clarify as well using my zombie deck. And pile number 2, let's find out. Oh, wow. I didn't even get to formulate. Okay, there's going to be a really big change, really, really big change in your life. This is a reference. It's a number 13. And then we reduce it down to number 4. And so this is definitely a major change. All the dead parts in your love life are going to really undergo a transformation. It's going to, I think of, I hear pushing up daisies, kind of like if I had a bad attitude about love or dating, that's going to be pushing up daisies because I'm in for the new. And so anything like that that you find is not serving you, it's going to really undergo a major transformation. Mostly, I feel like your brain, because I feel like this guy is referencing the brain right here, and that has prevented you from moving forward. It's your mindset on love itself. Okay, I feel like you've been perhaps beat up or taken your blows, you know, according to the world as we know it. And so now it's going to be a time for regeneration, rejuvenation, and an upswing on things. But it is going to start with your mind, being optimistic and being in the flow. What else? Oh my gosh. Look, here we go. So this is your person. King of Cups. It could be, you know, Queen of Cups. It doesn't make a difference. This is somebody who has achieved self-mastery of their emotions. Now, I'm going to say that they have a ton of emotion, but they could be the type that they're like, oh, I'm okay. They're not going to ask for help. No matter how inundated with emotions they get, if they get overwhelmed, they could be the type that they're pretty old school, regardless of what age, and they're going to be a little bit of the old school prototype, like, you know what, I got this, I can take care of it, I don't need help. Or people look to this person as, I don't need help. They don't need help. They always manage to successfully undergo whatever it is that they have to, address. And so I feel like this person is definitely kind of keeping a low profile, eyeballing you. When the time comes right, they're not going to really let you know their emotions right off the bat. I think you're going to know who they are just by that they are a little bit of old school ways of doing things, okay? So you could be like, oh, those kind of, your pants fit kind of weird, or you have some really interesting shoes, things like that, but they're just going to eyeball you and kind of wait. He has his little cap on here. I think that he's going to have a lot of thought to all of this emotion, but I think he's very emotional, or she is very emotional. This is gender fluid. This is not gender specific at all. And the cool part to this is that these people know how to give to you emotionally. So they're going to understand, like, if you want more emotion in your world, they're going to understand, and they've gone through all of the different cycles. Even this head right here, which almost references perfectly the brain right here. It's like, you know what, I've had to, oh my God, I don't even know if I should say this. I'm going to say it because it is what it is. It's like, okay, I had to take off my second head. It's like, I'm not thinking with my little head, I'm thinking with my big head. But that pertains to some of you. So they're going to really not be thinking, oh, I just want to have sex with this person. They're going to be thinking, I really have a lot of emotion towards you, and it doesn't have to do with just a chemical reaction when I see you. This is about staying power, okay? Also, they've really learned how to take into account their brain and use their brain to balance out their feelings, okay? This could be somebody who's in the military, somebody who likes the military or is a little bit militant in how they approach life or their own circumstances. They could have served in the Peace Corps, or simply have a very methodical way of thinking about things. Yeah, okay. So moving on. What else do we have here? We're going to use the Light Seers Tarot. What else do we need to know about my pile number 2s for this romance coming up for them, their soulmate? Which, by the way, I don't use that term lightly at all. I believe we do have several, and it's just a matter of timing and an openness. Okay, so this one just flew out of my deck for you, and it flew up reverse. So 4 of Wands, when it comes up reverse, I'm going to read this as a reversal. To me, this means that their home life could not be stable. They could have been recently destabilized. Maybe they moved. They're looking to move out. Perhaps, I hate to say eviction, could have been, I mean, you never know, but basically they don't feel like their home is like a source of comfort or anything like that. And so that's something that you'll want to kind of look out for. Maybe they just recently moved, and it could just be as simple as a geographical relocation, like they moved from back east to here, wherever here is, and wherever back east is to you. And they're trying to establish a home. But you know, when you first move, everything is unstable, everything's packed, you're just trying to establish roots and things like that. So it could definitely be something just like that. But if you notice right here, I have the reference to music, the tambourine, and that's going to really stabilize this person. So you're going to really notice them or capture their attention. They can invite you to go see, you know, a local band. If your corner of the world is open, I don't know what your status is right now, and I don't really want to go into it. But they could also play an instrument, or they could be fascinated with music, or music just can play an importance. Maybe, you know, if you're a female, maybe you're into belly dancing and you like, you know, the music, a little bit of Middle Eastern music to kind of get you in the flow of things, or whatever the case may be. But music definitely is a thing. And again, relocation possibly for them, or something of that sort. Something about a move, potentially. Maybe they sold their house, who knows, or moving out of their parents' house. What else do we need to know about this soulmate that's coming towards my pile number 2s, please? Oh, hi. 3 of Cups. Okay, good times. Maybe you're going to meet them during a time when you are social, maybe going out to happy hour, having a drink, or having lunch, or having spending time with family and friends. Any kind of a gathering, social gathering. And again, I'm not really even going to address the global issue. You're going to fit this situation responsibly as you do and as you see fit, okay? Because I'm not your mom. Moving on. I'm seeing a reference to the pink sky. I think that this is everything that makes you feel like tickled pink, enjoying yourself, looking up to the stars, and just enjoying that closeness with people around you. And I feel like it'll be a very carefree time for you, and a very good time to meet energetically other people. Also, I see lavender can be something that could be really useful for you to help calm you down and to help you even cleanse your area. So, cleanse your space, so to speak. That's what I have for that. And we're going to go ahead and use this deck right here. And we're going to find out more information. What about this person, your soulmate? What else do we need to know, please? Let's find out. Oh my goodness, you can't make this up. You've seen me mix the decks, okay? It's right here. It's a 6 of Wands. So they're going to really pedestal you, or they are pedestal themselves. I'm going to say that people could really be championing their cause. So perhaps your family members are like, man, they're a great person, great guy, great girl, whatever. They have really good reputation and people really enjoy and like them, or vice versa. And I feel like this is something that you could totally be victorious with if you're open to it. I'm going to say that if you're asking friends and family, I feel like friends and family reference in this scenario is that they're really focused on your root chakra, on stability, on things that grow, on things that are long lasting, not flash in the pan. And so they're not going to be encouraging anyone in your life or for you that doesn't meet that criteria. And this person, I think, will pass a vibe check, just saying, okay? I like that. If you have a father in your world, he may not be so quick to give his approval, at least verbally. He's going to be very watchful and protective, which is really cool. I like that for you. So we're going to go back to this deck, and we're going to just get some clarifiers for pile number 2. What else do we need to know, please? Pile number 2, what's going on here? Oh my gosh. Okay, Temperance, it's going to be really important during this time to keep your balance, not to be too swayed by your emotions or your intellect. Make sure that it is a balance. Just the way the King shows up here, that this person is balancing their emotions. Be sure that you don't sway too much intellectual and too much emotional. You want to keep everything in perspective. Now, I have to point out the obvious. I mean, this is Also, I feel like a reference to some of you towards the big V. And I'm not trying to do one of those readings here. I'm just trying to keep it, I don't want to say light, but I just want to keep it strictly towards love. Now, this scenario is going to be where the V could be like, maybe they got it, you did not get it, you believe in it, they don't believe in it, vice versa, whatever the case may be. That could be a major issue for you, or a major source of contention in this relationship. But either way, it's a number 14, reduces to number 5 with numerology. And so this is about fluctuating. You could fluctuate. And I don't want to say change teams, or they could change teams, but this could be where it's like really important, and then not so important, and then really important, and you know, depending on what's going on globally and what hot buttons are yours, I don't pretend to know. But the main thing is keep your feet on the ground. And when you feel out of balance, when you feel kind of emotional, when you feel triggered, it's going to be really important to get out in nature and just to really balance those energies out, okay? Just do your very best. It's a trying time for sure. So what else do we need? I feel like I need another one for that. What else do I need to know about this for pile number 2, please? Pile number 2. Knight of Swords. Yeah, you don't want to be so quick with your words and running over people verbally, okay? And vice versa. We don't want the other person to come at you, you know, with all barrels flying and a little bit hot under the collar. So I do want to go ahead and get one of these here. This is the Shamanic Healing Oracle. And let's see what we have here. This is messages of healing. So what do we need to know here for pile number 2? Just to open up these energies about this whole scenario, let's find out. Retreat. Okay. So I feel like when you're feeling out of balance, it's good to draw within yourself and draw through your resources, and maybe even look to the stars and allow a little bit of, maybe walking is going to be important because I see the little bird's feet out here. Maybe just gazing at the moon and connecting with your intuition is going to really help you feel balanced once again. So retreat is going to be really important if somebody's coming at you just with all barrels, not reacting, you know, with a knee-jerk reaction. It's just because that could destabilize the whole thing and destabilize you as a couple. So one of you could be a little bit quick with words, and the other person, oh my Lanta, you didn't hear that, did you? I can't believe I hit my tripod. Sorry, guys. And the other person could be maybe not as quick to, you know, want to react with their words. So that's what I have for that. I want to go ahead and pull a couple of these love cards. So what do we have going on for pile number 2? What else do we have for pile number 2, please? With their soulmate? Let's find out. Okay. Criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. Okay, well, first we got to find the relationship, right? But this is potential. One of you guys can be a little bit of a hothead and the other one not so much. And so just being careful to kind of step away, maybe take a little walk when you need to, catch a break, try not to come at everything blazing full barrel. That is going to be really helpful in your situation. What else do we need to know? Okay, this one I keep seeing for you. So we're taking it balanced. Love is not always about agreeing, just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges us. It's beautiful. I definitely feel like that message was for you. So we're going to go ahead and do the crystal reading, and this one I may be using some of the, actually I'll definitely be using the book. This is a new deck to me, and I thought you might enjoy it. So for pile number 2, what else do we have for pile number 2? With their romance, their soulmate, their true love. I feel like there's a lot of chemistry here. And maybe one person a little bit of a hothead. I feel like that's you. Pile number 2. I don't feel like that's your other person, but okay, we're going to find out a little bit more. So more information for this reading, please, for pile number 2. Let's find out. Okay. Orange calcite. I love orange calcite. Okay, hopefully you can see that here. Orange calcite. And it looks to be about prosperity. Oh, we have two of them. Larimar. Larimar? I know I'm not going to pronounce these properly. So we're going to go ahead and consult this. I'm going to let you eyeball this. Let's move these guys so you can actually look at the really pretty picture all by itself. Hopefully that, let me see if I can zoom in for you. Yeah, rat layer. Looks good too. Okay. And I even wore my glasses this time, you guys. Before, I didn't have them on. That did not go so well for me. All right, 18, and the wind is getting this, my AC. Okay, 18, orange calcite. It pushes in energy and has a strong purifying ability. It especially invigorates and purifies the human body. It balances emotions, eliminates fear, and eradicates melancholy, can't pronounce that, and depression, and gathers forces to solve problems. It upgrades all energies in order to awaken the potential to its fullest. Even that's what I was talking about, even the angry parts of us. So it is a nod to the yellow chakra. It amplifies the necessary energies that we need in order to start the day, such as vitality and courage. And this is, of course, all about your life purpose, about you really pursuing what you desire, what you want, and what you're passionate about. Application in life. If you hold the orange calcite in your hand, or place it in the respective spot, which would be your solar plexus right here, wear it as a pendant, and it's also good to place it by your bed. So that is one orange calcite for you. Gorgeous. This other one, Larimar. And I apologize to the crystal community world if I'm doing a horrible job at communicating how it's pronounced. But here, Larimar. Let's see what this has to say. So it is number 19. Okay. It's also known as a celestial gemstone. It promotes evolution of the earth while opening new levels of doors for spiritual functions. It emits love and peace while bringing tranquility and comfort. It helps you enter a deep state of meditation and naturally raise your level of consciousness, leading the body and soul to a new world. It is simple and silent, but it embodies truthful words. That is so pretty. So it belongs to your 6th chakra, indigo. It is useful for those who have unique spiritual energy and help them to get into a profound world. So this helps you get more connected to spirit. You can hold it in your hand or wear it for a long period of time. You may wear it as jewelry or place it either by your chest or the third eye. For those of you that do any belly dancing or something like that, that would be really cool to have, you know, kind of like one of those bindis placed, or any jewelry that enhances or lays on your forehead, your third eye. So that's what I have for you, and that is for pile number 2. If you like this at all, please do give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, comment. Anything that you would like to see for the future, please do leave me a message in the comment section, and I want to thank you so much again. Namaste. Hi, pile number 3. If you've made it this far, or if this is the only one you chose, this is about who is my next person if you're looking for love. And on this one, obviously, we have let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. So maybe not being such an A-type person. Now this can pertain to you, or this can pertain to other people. First thing that I'm noticing from this card is this lady right here is actually holding almost like a translucent / invisible urn. And it kind of tells me that maybe something that has been put to death a long time ago is being carried around, and therefore it results in suspicion. She's protecting her child. Excuse me. And looking back, just making sure that she's protected and everyone else is protected. But there's really an air of suspicion. So she, I feel like, has a chip on her shoulder. Now, this can be you. I'm definitely not saying it's exactly you, but it might be the other person. They might have a control issue, and only you know, okay? So if this resonates with you, we're going to explore this further, okay? I personally can understand this as carrying the burdens from the past, and even though they're long gone, it does resonate simply because we're just carrying the memory of smarting or the memory of the pain, and we don't want to repeat cycle. So we're looking at what comes towards us with suspicion, okay? We're not wanting a repeat of what's happened before, and therefore we could be a little bit of a control person. I tend to want to think about calling the shots, or at least investigating, and if anyone approaches me remotely the way this scenario, whatever has bothered you, wounded you in the past, they're not going to pass the vibe check at all, not with me. And I feel like if this is you, with you, it's a very similar case. You're looking for the right vibe, and if anything, anyone approaches in a similar way to a situation that is long gone, you're not going to have it. And that could make us obviously defensive, right? So if you have earphones, earbuds, headphones, anything like that, do be careful, because I'm going to go ahead and mix these dice that I made, and I don't want your ears to get blown out. So we're just going to loosely throw them on here. What else do we need to know? What's important to pile number 3? Okay. Down. The sands of time, okay? And this one is shielding. So I feel like this is just reinforcing this card right here, where it definitely says put your shield down. It's okay to be cautious and wary maybe, but maybe try allowing your defenses to come down a little bit so that people can actually approach you. And it will take time. Be patient with yourself and patient with other people, as sometimes they don't really understand our wounds or the quote chip on our shoulder, or really I just feel like it's the wound. They don't understand our wounds or the memory that we carry, or they don't really even quite understand why we're so self-protective. So we could kind of knee-jerk react instead of act. And this is nothing on it, and that's my indication that you know, we're shielding. So that is a self-protective method. Everything that we basically addressed from the past is kind of reinforced here. Now, pardon me, let's go ahead and use a zombie deck to clarify, letting go of control issues for pile number 3. So who is my next person? So sorry. For pile number 3, who's coming towards you? Who is the one that is your next love, your next person? Page of Swords. I feel like this person is spying on you. They might be younger than you. They might be doing some homework, checking up on you. Not saying a lot, staying in the shadows. I see a lot of red. Red on the top here with the curtains indicates that she or you, whomever, is focused on security. They want to cloak themselves in security. This person is doing some spying because they want to protect themselves as well. They want to make sure that they are on stable ground, that they are not building on something faulty, or even looking to date someone that isn't a good energetic match, or a good match, even if it's, you know, in any way, shape, or form. Now I want to, goodness, sorry. I want to show you right here. I've got these butterflies here, and they indicate transformation. So this person could have been looking at you for a while, and they're seeing if you have transformed, or if this situation has transformed enough that they can approach you. Maybe they did a soft serve. That's not even a right term, but a soft sell. Like they approached you before and noticed that there was some defensiveness and they got spooked off a little bit. And so maybe they're just kind of seeing you evolve and trying to check up on you and see if you're someone that's approachable. If you don't know this person already, then I feel like this is a person who is coming towards you that is new. also focus on their own security, not wanting to be burned. They could be very intelligent. They could be really tech savvy as well, by the way, knowing the ins and outs of all different programs and things like that. Maybe a computer IT person, anything like that, or just super savvy. And they're really wanting to see if there's a transformation for their own lives as well. And so they're approaching things differently with caution. It could be that both people are really cautious. So sorry about that. Pile number 3, I had to clear my throat because I was dying on camera. Well, you know, vocal cords on camera. Anyways, pile 3. So I did actually pull the High Priestess for you. And so, oh wow, okay, I'm just going to take these. So I was looking at them. First thing I see is the High Priestess right here. And so this is following your intuition. This is balancing, maybe balancing on your mind. You have an old, outmoded way of thinking about certain things, maybe about this defensiveness. And it's time to tune in and really trust yourself and know that you can defend yourself and protect yourself. You're no longer that person. There's been a lot of transformation in your life as well as your person's life, your person to be. And so you're definitely focused on that root chakra, on security. On the top of your mind, though, you're balanced on things that are kind of long gone. And that can make this person's balance really precarious. So it's going to be really important to understand that some things are gone, just like this urn portrayed right here that looks kind of ghostly. And it's okay to take those lessons, but not so much like pet your own scars or stroke the scars, which I'm guilty of doing. But I want to tell you, it's good to allow your fences to come down so people can come towards you. Number 2, you're going to be really concerned about your personal power, but I feel also that your person is very intuitive. They could be really connected to spirit. They could also be getting their own messages and looking for stability as well. Perhaps a little bit of an overthinker, same as you. Yeah, 5 of Cups. So this, I feel like, goes back to the initial card that we discussed. Card number, pile number 3. And so this is her. I mean, look at, she's all cloaked in blue. And this is about your vocal cords, using your voice, your throat chakra. And she's almost listening to this urn speak to her. And so this is a lot of like tied to sadness, past sadness. Maybe you lost a loved one, lost a mate, a partner, whoever was really dear and near. And however they left your life, whether, you know, if they passed away. And if so, I'm very sorry. But if they also moved on, then obviously I'm sorry about that as well. But there's just a lot of focus on that pain. And you want to be careful because you could miss out on what's obvious. I mean, the zombie is like peeking right through the trees and she's oblivious. And with her son again, I feel like you can have kids, or the person coming towards you can have a child as well. But there's a time to go ahead and leave that sadness behind and look forward. And not everything coming towards you is going to be with this negative vibration or negative energy or carry the same resonance as what transpired in the past that caused you a lot of grief. Okay, so we have to allow for new things and know that it's probably a different musical note. I'm just getting a lot of hints and prompts towards music. Music can be important to you as well, but be careful what you listen to is the biggest thing. Don't stay stuck in the sadness is what I'm also hearing. Okay. Excuse me. So we're going to go ahead and use the Light Seers Tarot for some clarifying on the clarifying. So what do we need to know about this person for pile number 2? I'm sorry, pile number 3. Oh, look at this. They are a boss. They like to take control situations. They're used to being in the driver's seat. They could be a really good strategist, a very good chess player, computer programmer, engineer, super scientific, even a scientist. They also are in the flow with spirit, but they could have a tendency to appear aloof and bored, okay? So this could be a Capricorn or an earth sign. I have the number 4 here, indicating that they're very stable. And a red shirt indicating passion and fire and drive. Also, this is someone who is very set on how things need to go and can be a little bit dogmatic, a little bit like he's not even looking at the chessboard. Chessboard is beneath him, and he's presumably making a move, but he just looks bored. Like he's just looking at the future, not even entirely engaged in the situation. So this person can come across as being aloof. I'm seeing a lot of orange, and so that's definitely a nod to the sacral chakra. They can be really sensual, into sensuality. Okay. And this is a jump card for you. So this person is not going to make their feelings known. They could have a lot of things that you're going to want to take your time with and allow it to unfold, and now allow it to be revealed in due time, because and especially you don't want to conduct a lot of time, I almost say conduct business with them, but you don't want to spend a lot of time like on the phone just at nighttime or whatever, to make sure that this person just isn't in their sacral chakra, that's only concerned with their pleasure or sensuality, because a lot of this can stand for things that you don't know, things hidden in the dark, but also following your intuition. So you're gonna have to follow your gut instinct about that. And I think you might have to, some of you guys might have to put this person off if they're strictly focused on that. Then you might just, you know, tell them they need to chill out and come at you proper, if that's what you want. Follow your intuition, your guidance, and make sure that when you're dealing with people, you're not dealing with a wolf instead of a dog when you expect loyalty, and vice versa, that you don't treat the dog as a wolf with a lot of fear and wanting to kind of run away or not be near them. So you want to treat people according to, and that's the biggest thing, is make sure that this person's behavior matches their words, matches what they bring to the table towards you, okay? So you might have to uncover a little bit of a facade of I don't care, but I think this person does deeply care. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and use this deck. This is called the Santa Muerte deck. What else do we need to know for pile number 3? Woo, another jump. Two of Wands. I have not had any jumps, I don't think, during this read. And now I've had a bunch for you. So I've got the Two of Wands. This is making a decision, having to make a decision. I feel like the term guns blazing kind of applies right here. I feel like his sombrero here is just telling me that he, again, might be hiding his thoughts, what he thinks about, but there's a lot of red. He wants a lot of security. He, she. So number 2, again, this is a nod to the High Priestess right here, and that is not it. Yeah, and so your person's very intuitive, very passionate. They act on instinct almost, and you can have 2 choices, or they can have 2 choices in love. So let's get another clarifier here. What else do we need to know? For pile number 3, please. Pile number 3. What do we need to know about this Emperor? This boss, this person who gets excited about their own ideas. Show me now. 3 of Wands are going to be a little bit of a waiting time, okay? So this situation is going to require things of old to die away. I feel mainly defenses to come down. And also for this person to not act as nonchalant as they are initially, or the way they come across. So you're going to have to kind of unearth each other a little bit, which means putting to death some masks, some facades, okay? And this little creature right here, vulture, is holding a book. I feel like it's more like the book of life, the book of knowledge, something like that. And so we have a lot of time, a lot of growth with some time, you know, to pass by. So it might take you a while to get to know each other. And I'm thinking 3 months from the time that you meet. It'll take you about 3 months to kind of sort each other out, basically, and to unearth what is really in there and what can potentially grow, okay? And so the vulture like pulls out things from, I mean, he eats off of carcasses and things like that. And so it could be off things that you even thought that were dead and dormant within you, that, you know, I can never trust anybody, or control issues, like I can't give over control because then they abuse me or whatever. This vulture returns those gifts back to you, and I love that for you. So in this relationship, this person will not actually abuse his or her privileges, which is really nice to see. Now I want to go ahead and do a couple of heart right here for pile number 3. So what do we have to know about this person coming towards pile number 3? Any more information for pile number 3? Let's find out. Wait, don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. And I feel like that's the overall feeling I'm getting with their nature more than you. I don't think you're going to be rushing into a damn thing. I'm just going to say it just like that. But you may have to kind of not waylay them, but make them be patient, and don't allow them to push you into anything you're not comfortable with. That is common sense. I realize that, but here we are talking about it again. So don't rush into anything. Go and control issues and just be really patient. And when timing is right, you'll be ready. But don't allow anyone else, because they have a little bit of a persona that they might feel aloof, and you know, don't allow them to kind of dictate what goes on in the relationship initially. So there's a fine dance and a fine balance of power issues, I'm going to say, with you. And I think they're easily overcome once the fear goes away and once you can really trust each other, okay? I don't think it's going to be a constant power struggle at all. Why are you getting all the jump cards? Not that I'm complaining, but this one jumped out for you as well. Okay, power. Oh my gosh, stop. Okay, you saw me mix the cards. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or walk away at any time. So once again, that's confirmation. Definitely using your personal power and not allowing anyone else to dictate or mandate what it is that's good for you, okay? So with that, I'm going to go ahead and look at the crystal healing cards. And yes, I am going to read from the book. These are brand new to me. I think they're quite lovely. So once I pull these, I'll be reading from the book, just so we all know exactly what this means for you. All right, so we're going to do for pile number 3, what crystals are going to be beneficial, helpful? What else do we need to know in order to help pile 3 with this connection, please? What else do we need to know? Let's find out. Emerald. All right. That is so very beautiful. I hope you can see that well. That is, of course, a heart chakra crystal, all about harmony. And I'm going to remove these just so you can actually enjoy this. Let us zoom in here. And perhaps I should have done this before, but I'm going to do it now, so sorry about that. I'm going to go ahead and turn a light so you can really see how gorgeous that card is while I read. And everything falls down. Okay, don't breathe, and there we go. Okay, let's do this. Sorry about that. I just want you to be able to see the fullest extent of the card. Okay, so Emerald, number 30. Number 30, of course, reduces to a 3. 3 is cooperation, but 3 is also the waiting. It was that card that we got that said there could be some waiting in order for things to kind of grow and produce what it is that you want. So the emerald, it is a crystal that symbolizes inspiration and infinite patience. It represents love and establishes happiness within the family. It strengthens friendships and the ability to cooperate, as it holds characteristics of making people feel more complete in life. When you experience misfortunes, it heals them and helps you find ways to enjoy life. It strengthens your memory and clears your mind. So it pertains to the fourth chakra, the heart chakra. It generally unfolds a perfect energy field to embrace events as much as possible. So the application is wearing it as a ring will make you feel comfortable, but at times it is also worn as a jewelry above the heart or the right arm. Now, I did not know the right arm thing, but that's very, very beautiful. So I want to pull one last card for you from the crystal deck because it's just so pretty. So pile number 3, last card for me. Lotalite. That's what's up. How pretty is this? Okay. Lotalite, throat chakra, so heart chakra and throat chakra. I love that for you. Merciful, it says. Let's see. So 23. Lotalite. So 23, right off the bat, I'm noticing it reduces to a 5. And 5 is a lot of fluctuations. So there's going to be a lot of fluctuations on your speaking, on your communication with this person. It says Lotalite, it develops your spiritual perception in order to help you gain a high dimensional consciousness by combining your logic and intuitional skills. It makes you become fluent in expressing your thoughts in your mind. It is especially useful for therapeutic tasks as it gives a sense of solidarity for the purpose of the group. It improves your rational reasoning, objectivity, truthfulness, and intuitive understanding skills. It helps fix old habits. Woo, I need a lot of that. Side note, just kidding. Okay, so it is the 5th chakra. It is blue. It is all about communication, and it is more effective during teamwork. Also has the advantage of amplifying energy. So it can even amplify this emerald if you choose to wear them together. That's really, really cool. So place it on the respective spot or use it as jewelry use it as jewelry for a long period of time. Okay. So that is Lotalite for you, referencing communication once again. So that's something that you'll need to, with your beloved, communicate and stay in the flow. So much love to you. If you enjoyed this type of reading, please do give me a thumbs up, a like, a comment, a share would not be objected to. And also, I would love if you would be so kind as to put in the comments what reading you were, and perhaps even what you would like to see in future pick-a-cards or anything else. And with that, thank you so much. Namaste.